I feel like I can't come here and talk about leveling up financially and not eventually talk about like how we can multiply our income sources.
Fuck with me, so let me know if you do. She wanna vibe with me, just how the way that I move.
What's up, you guys? How you guys all doing today? You guys, oh my god, I have a story to tell you, and I'm actually so annoyed. Do you know that because I wanted to post this video on Monday, I filmed on Sunday, and I was like, okay, you know what? By the time I'm done editing it and everything, I'll be able to upload it to YouTube on Monday so that it can be in time for Monday. Guess what? The background noise was so much that I wasn't able to do anything with that video. There's nothing I didn't try, and trust me, I'm a good editor. There is nothing on this planet I did not try. This thing, you know, it was so painful and so frustrating. And let's just pretend like that didn't happen. And imagine, like, I've done my face beat slain to the gods, looking like a snack and a goddess, and it just didn't work. So today I can actually hear background noise as I'm filming this video, but you people will see it like that. I'm not going to, no matter what happens to this particular video, even if trumpet sound is inside the video as background noise, people will watch it like that, because the struggles of a YouTube is so frustrating. Oh my god. And you know when you drop a video, like you're spitting bars, you're dropping gems, like you really empty your mind, and then you now sit down to edit this video. Oh god, it was so frustrating. But anyways, I'm actually happy that happened, because I've gone back to review what I wanted to talk about, and I've kind of upgraded it and updated it. So I feel like that had to happen. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm actually so happy and so glad that it did. If you guys are feeling my face beats, which I know I know a hater, you're feeling this face beats because I'm looking snatched. This face beat is done by my friend. Actually, my friend, she's one of the best, in fact she's the best makeup artist Nigeria has to offer, and her name is Kenny of 𝙏𝙗𝙖𝙣𝙠 𝙔𝙤𝙧. So I'm going to leave her link in the description box below. You can definitely book her for her work. I mean, take a look to appreciate this goddess. Snatched by 𝙏𝙗𝙖𝙣. And yeah, she does bridal, she does photo shoot, she does for video shoots, she does normal, like you want to go to your party and everything, she's available. So please book my girl, please book my girl, I'm begging you. Anyways, this video is actually inspired by a comment that was left on one of my videos. She said, please, her name is Karo Isiorho, and she said, please can you do a video telling us how you combine / balance your hustle, like being an accountant with a 9 to 5, a producer and a YouTuber. I am currently struggling as I feel I have to do one and leave the other. I am a law student and currently feel like I can't add my other passions. So this was the comment, and she left it on the video I made on. I titled that video "Working Hard on My Side Hustles Because I Like the Shmoney." So I'm going to be doing a bit of both, because I already had this video idea and I was going to talk about how we can all, because I feel like I can't come here and talk about leveling up financially and not eventually talk about like how we can multiply our income sources. I didn't say multiply just our income, but multiply our income sources, because that is one way to multiply our income. And I know that this video is really going to be beneficial to everybody. So before we even get into this video, please like this video. I'm begging you. It really helps me. It helps the YouTube algorithm to recommend it to new people, and then they come to this video, they learn from it, they subscribe to the channel, and they become part of the family. So please, you guys, help me to like this button. If this is the first time you're watching any of my videos, today's topic is focused on Money Monday, and please do well to subscribe. It's free. Click the subscribe button below. And without further ado, let's get right into this mother effing video. Yo, why am I so extra? Anyways, this video is not going to be like, oh, number 1, number 2, number 3. It's more going to be like a story time on how I started and how I got on this path, you know, multiplying my income sources, and how you can too. So more like take from this video what you can. I'm not here to direct you or tell you must do this and you must do that. I mean, you guys, I know my audience, that you guys already have maximum sense. So just take from this video what you can. I'm just going to be telling my side of the story because I can't tell another person's side of the story. Anywho, let's get right into it. So sometime last year, I was focusing on my 9 to 5 and also like my YouTube channel, and I had started my production business. I started my production company. So yeah, company. So I was really focusing on that. I was giving all those things all my energy. I was like leveling up my editing game. I was focusing on building my career as well, and I was giving my everything to YouTube. Like I was giving my all in all to YouTube. So sometime this year I took a vacation. I took like it's something millionaires do. Sorry, it's something millionaires do, and it's called a think week. So I took a vacation for some days. I just needed time to think and reflect and try to be as productive as possible. And in that week, I decided I was going to post a lot more videos on YouTube because I had more time. So I was doing this and I was like, okay, with consistency, I'm going to grow. I'm going to, like, the family will become better and I'll make more money on my AdSense, on sponsorships and everything. And guess what? None of that happened. In fact, that was the week that I called Nilo. I was like, Nilo, I'm quitting YouTube. So something just struck me at that point in time. I'm like, Ndatsendomo, why are you using all of your productive hours and all of your spare time on just like 3 sources of income? Like, it's not going to work. They always say that the average millionaire has 7 sources of income. So that's not to say you can actually have 1 source of income and be a millionaire, and somebody has 7 and they're just earning like thousands. So that's not set in stone, but it's always good to have potentially more sources, because like if you have more sources, you can do more with them than just 1 source. No matter how much that 1 source is giving you, you can always scale up your income if you have more. So anyways, yeah. So they say that the average millionaire has 7 sources of income. So I just thought to myself, like, why are you going so hard for just YouTube and your production and your career? Like, you already know your career is your career. Because me, I don't take my career as a job. I take it as a career. I don't just have a job. I'm building a career, and I have like career goals. I know I want to be a general manager one day. I know I'm going to go to way more countries than I've currently been to with my job. So I'm just like, yeah, for me, my career is the main thing. So I just thought to myself, like, there has to be more you can do with your spare time than just YouTube and your production. And then I set out to creating other sources of income. Like right now, I have 6 sources of income. So I have my normal career, my normal day job, my career. I have a travel company where we curate luxury travel experiences for people that want to travel to different countries. Then I have an online fashion business. I also have my YouTube channel, which I get paid AdSense money, and also you can get paid like sponsorships, collaborations and everything with YouTube money. I also have a real estate business, but it's kind of private, so I don't take on like so many clients. We kind of crowdfund for the real estate business, so I have that as well. And I have the last one, which is affiliate marketing. So what I do is I work with brands, and then if you guys purchase with my link, you get a discount and I get a commission, which doesn't affect the price of the of the product. Yeah. So yeah, I was like, I needed to scale up. I really needed to scale up my income sources. I just felt like I was wasting my spare productive time. Now, one thing I would advise is that if you're scaling up your income sources, you should focus more on passive income. But the thing with passive income is that before it becomes passive, you have to do things actively. Before you can make them passive income. Do you get, like, they don't just become passive like that, except if it's an investment or something. But for like an online fashion business, for instance, you have to put in work into the brand before you can now say, maybe I'm setting up a digital course on how to grow an online business, and then it's now passive income, if that makes sense to you guys. So anyways, yeah, I was able to change my income sources from 3 to 7, and I'm going to take you guys on the journey how I got there and what I did. But before I do that, I'm going to give you some pointers and some tips that help me like stay guided on this journey. Now, the first thing that I do is that I prioritize. So I might be shouting because I can hear some outside noise and it's so annoying right now, but I am posting this video. You guys will manage. Anyway, so I prioritize. They always say mind the business that pays you, which is exactly what I do. So what I did is that I said, okay, in order of ranking, what pays me the most at this point in time, and what has the most potential to pay me the most in the short term and also in the long term, that is my career. That's for me, because I'm a career person. Not everybody is a career person. Some people are entrepreneurs, they rather focus their energy on a business, but I am a career person. I like my job, I like my career. Like, I'm so conscious about my career to the extent that I was offered to, before I came to Lagos, I had been to 3 different countries, 3 different cities with my job, and I'm still going to go to more. So I was offered to go to Seychelles instead of coming to Lagos, and because I felt like coming to Lagos, the department was going to favor me more when it comes to building my career quicker, I chose Lagos. Imagine choosing Nigeria over going to Seychelles. 1 million and 10 people will never do that, but I did it because of my career. So I'm really career driven. I have career goals and I have career success. Also, I don't know if I put out a disclaimer in this video. I'm not here to promote hustle culture or toxic productivity. If your goal in life is like you're okay with where you are, you don't have to like force yourself to do things that are not in line with what you want. Like sometimes it's okay to just chill and be a pretty girl, okay? Anyways, as I was saying, so I'm a career person and my career currently pays me the most out of all my other income sources, though they all have the potential to pay me way more than my career. So they always say mind the business that mother effing pays you. That is right now, that is my career. So I'm focusing on that. That gets the most of my active hours, that gets the most of my productive time because it's paid me the most. And you know what helps as well? When you have something that already pays the bills, you have leverage. So that leverage helps me when it comes to my online businesses. I know that for like my online fashion business, I can't take more than 8 orders in a month because I don't have the time to physically attend to it. I give it the same level of quality that I want to stamp my name on. So that helps me with my pricing. I know that I'm not depending on it to feed. If I get customers, fine. If I don't get customers, fine. But obviously I want to get customers. But I have leverage because I have other sources of income. Do you see how it's also important to have a source of income? I hope I'm not going to be going all over the place in this video, but I'm just trying to give you guys a foundation before we go into how I actually did it. So yeah, I've spoken about leverage. And then another thing is I'm somebody, I don't know how to be idle. Like I don't know how to have chill time. I don't know how to just be. I'm always doing something. So you might not be that kind of person, you might not be like me. So don't berate yourself if if you're not willing to add more sources of income. It's fine. Like not everybody is going to have that kind of mindset. I'm also somebody that I can walk myself to the ground. Like I don't mind putting in the dirty work. I will do the damn job. Like I don't mind. You can come to my office now and find me like sweeping if I need to sweep. I don't mind doing the dirty work. I'll do it if I need to do it. So yeah, I just felt like I needed to put that out there. One more thing I've not added is that some things are definitely going to suffer. So like me personally, I don't have a social life. Like I don't go out with my friends. That vlog you saw with myself and Em and Veronica, we've planned that thing for like 4 months. No cap, before we could actually meet up. So I don't have a social life and I'm okay with not having a social life. I feel like I've built myself to the level where I already have my friends, I already have my family, I already have like my husband. So people understand that this girl, like I don't have spare time to give you if we're not going to be doing something, productive. And productivity can also be chilling, so don't get it twisted. So yeah, like that's one thing you need to note. Another thing you need to note is that I'm okay with growing. I'm okay with processes. I'm okay with what people will call slow growth. So because I have other sources of income doesn't necessarily mean that I'm waiting for myself to be able to make like 10 million naira in a month with all the sources of income. I'm okay with process. I'm okay with growing. I'm okay with people starting to know my brand. Like I'm not putting myself under pressure or anything. I'm not in a hurry, and that's also because I have leverage. That leverage is so important. You need to first of all find something that you have leverage on. Like I can't stress that one enough. It's so important. Anyways, I feel like I've told you guys, see my notes here, I feel like I've told you guys the things I really wanted to say before we go into how I actually did it. So one thing that really helped me is, one that would definitely help if you're trying to scale up your income sources, is you definitely have to think of going digital. Like for my online fashion business, I don't have a physical store that I had to pay somebody to sit in and to maintain, and I have to go there and check like, oh, today they're calling me for electricity bill and all of those things. Like the internet technology has made it so easy to make money with just your phone. Like with just this device, you can become a millionaire. I have a friend that left his 9 to 5, and we were chatting today, and he was saying that he doesn't leave his house and he makes almost times 3 of his 9 to 5 job, and that's just from one of his sources of income. So you have to embrace going digital. You can't say, oh, I'm not going to start this business because I don't have like physical space, I don't have capital to rent a shop, I don't have money to pay employers. It's 2020, it's 2021. Are you kidding me right now? Please, like, leave that, let that one take a back seat. You have to be okay with going digital. So most of my businesses, in fact, like 5 of my sources of income are all, in fact, apart from my day job and my production business, everything else is digital. And even my production business, you have to book me online. I have to be available. So like, embrace it. Take courses on Shopify, drop shipping, online businesses, e-commerce, digital marketing. You also, like, I can't stress it enough. Which brings me to my next point, which is going to help you. The next thing that really helped me is developing high income earning skills. So why I'm able to, like, for instance, have a production business is because I've developed that skill. I know how to produce, I know how to direct, I know how to creatively shoot, I also know how to edit. This is what is helping me, that I don't need to always like be physically there before I can, you know, send you a script or creatively direct or tell you this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do, and then I can send a team out to actually do the job, and then I just sit down in my spare time and edit it for you. I give you a timeline that works for me. So you have to, if you don't have any high income skills, you have to start getting it right now. Like, that is the key to getting the bag. Listen, you have to think long term. You can't just think like, okay, right now I'm earning so amount, I'm okay with this. In the next 2 years, what's gonna happen? In the next 10 years, the world is moving so fast. You need to catch up with it. Like, I feel like that's one of the mistakes that Mr. Biggs made. Mr. Biggs is a Nigerian food business. That Mr. Biggs was the ish when I was growing up. Like, if your parents don't buy you Mr. Biggs food on Christmas Day, you won't talk to them for like 2 weeks. You must eat Mr. Biggs food, but Mr. Biggs is nowhere today because I feel like because they didn't catch up enough with the times. Now that there's like, you can, Chicken Republic is their competition. Chicken Republic is on Jumia Food. You can do digital orders. They'll bring it to your house. Like, you have to move with the times. I can't stress that one enough. You really have to move with the times. So develop high income skills. That's one thing that really helps me. Another one I didn't even mention is that one potentially high income skill I learned is makeup artistry. So I know that no matter what happens, no matter what country I move to, no matter where I go to, even if it's going to take time for them to recognize me in the business, I know that there's something I can always fall back on. It's always good to have. I can't stress it enough. I'm sure you guys can already tell. Now, another thing that really helps me and will help you as well is delegating. I'm very okay with delegating tasks. Obviously, I'm 100% involved in all of my businesses, but I pay somebody. Like, for instance, I pay somebody to manage my social media. So aside my personal social media, I pay somebody to handle my social media pages, to do the brand management and everything, because I know that even though I tell myself, okay, you can schedule, you can have like 1 hour every day where you work on it, it's going to take my creativity, it's going to take my brain work, it's going to take out of the time I can do something else. So if the business can afford to pay for somebody to manage it, then why not? And when I first started, especially, let me use my online fashion business as an example. Now, when I first started, I put in my salary from my 9 to 5 to grow the business, but now the business is paying for itself. I don't see why I should be using my personal money at this stage to pay for my social media manager. So you have to be okay with delegating and letting go. Obviously, you'll still be in control of things. The person knows the vision of your brand, the identity of your brand, but you have to take a step back so that you can focus on other things that are going to bring you money. I hope this helps. Another thing that really helps me is scheduling. So I work with a time schedule. I know that, okay, from morning till 5 when I close from work. In fact, now I work 6 days a week because I told you guys I'm very passionate about my career. So there's something I'm trying to learn at work that requires me to come in on my day off, or one of my days off, and I go in and put the damn job, because I know that long term this is what I'm going to fall back on. Like, this one has the most potential for my growth right now. That might not be your case, but you just have to identify that one thing that you can always fall back on. Anyways, as I was saying, you have to work with your schedule. So I know that from when I do my morning routine to when I come back from work, all my productive time is going into my work. But I know that when I come back from work, I've had my dinner, I've spent some time with my husband, I've chilled, I've rested. I know that the remaining like 2-3 hours before bedtime, I always assign it to doing something. Like, I don't want to sound like those motivational speakers that are annoying people, but I don't spend my productive time on social media. I'm hardly on Instagram. If I open Instagram, I just scroll, like. I'm already sick of the app because I feel like there's something else I can be doing. When I open YouTube, I'm opening YouTube too. Like, YouTube is the thing that I use the most, and LinkedIn and LinkedIn Learning and YouTube, because I'm always learning something on YouTube. So you have to work with a schedule that works for you. You have to build your schedule around you. That is the only time you're going to be able to assign your free time to growing other income sources. Now, another thing that really helps me, I also hope I'm answering your question for the person who asked this question. So another thing that really helps me, let me look at my notes, is, okay, I think I've said, like, you have to go digital, you have to leverage and everything. Another thing that really helps me is passion. So I would not advise you to go into something that you're not passionate about, because once that thing flops, or once that thing fails, or once you like come across a challenge, it will be so quick for you to give up. So I started my online fashion business with a focus on brides, because I have a passion for the wedding industry and I also have a passion for fashion. you guess what? No matter how stressful or how taxing it becomes, for me to like apply myself to the online fashion business, because I have a passion for it, I don't see it as a job. So you should definitely build your other income sources around things that you have the passion for. Now my video production business as well can be extremely stressful. I can't tell you how stressful it can be. Sometimes I have my clients 1 hour away. It's going to take me 1 hour to get to them. It's going to take me 1 hour to come back. Sometimes they want me really early, like 7 a.m. in the morning, to come, and I will produce, I will direct, I will edit, and I'll still deliver on time. I still have a 9 to 5. I still have 6 other sources of income aside that. But guess what? I don't feel tired when I'm doing these things because I have the passion for it. So I've created businesses for myself. I've created income sources for myself around things that I have a passion for. I have a passion for travel. I've always thought I'm going to have a travel company. And I know I definitely will still have it. I've always told myself I'm going to have a travel company. I've always told myself I'm going to have an online fashion business. So I'm just building the things that I have always had a burning desire for. I feel like a poet right now. I always had a burning desire for, and it helps. Like, trust me, that ish keeps you grounded. Pardon my French. That ish keeps you grounded, because there are times where you should definitely, like, everything is just going the opposite direction, but you know that, nah, this is my ish and I'm going to stay there. Okay, I feel like I'll be doing you guys a disservice if I don't add in this video that you should definitely focus on scaling up passive sources of income, because you can only be active for so long. So you should definitely focus on increasing or building to the level that your active sources of income can eventually become your passive sources of income. There is nothing like making money when you sleep. There's nothing like, I won't consider YouTube AdSense money YouTube AdSense money is essentially the money YouTube pays you for making videos once you become a YouTube partner. So I wouldn't essentially call it a passive source of income, because I'm still actively applying myself to it. My productive hours is going, but the money you earn, like, in the long term, is money for videos that you've posted before. Affiliate marketing, for instance, now is a passive source of income. I can be earning that money while I sleep. Invest. You should definitely invest, because that's a passive source. Listen, there is nothing like earning money while you sleep. So while you consider like scaling up the number of your income sources, definitely keep in mind that you need to have passive sources of income. Like, there's nothing like that. There's nothing like waking up to credit alert. So yeah, I feel like I've exhausted everything I wanted to say. As I said, I don't want to be doing my videos like, oh, point 1 you must do this, point 2 you must do that. Now it's going to be like more of my personal experiences, or like experiences from jobs I've worked and how it has worked for other people as well. So if you guys have any questions, let me know as well in the comment section. Let me know how you're able to like increase your income sources and how it's working for you. I hope I've answered the question of the person as well. I hope it makes sense. Like, create a schedule around your spare time. Be willing to delegate stuff. You cannot physically do everything. You would be shooting yourself. In fact, you won't even be able, after like 2 weeks, you'll be drained. Your health will suffer, and we don't want that. I feel like I've said everything. I really hope I've helped somebody in this video pick out of it what you're going to pick out of it. I don't think I'm going to have the time to be bringing up pointers, but yeah, I hope that this was a really helpful video. Let me just check my notes before I end this video to see if I have missed anything. Oh my god, you guys, I feel like I almost missed one of the most important things I wanted to say. Yikes. Okay, so one thing I wanted to really say is, while you're scaling up your business, you have to be okay with separating yourself from the business. So let me use my online fashion business for instance, like my luxury rooms for you. I created the brand and I told myself I wasn't going to like associate myself with this brand. Let the brand just go on its own regardless. Like, people don't need to know that you own the brand, because you know what that does? Not for all things. For some things you definitely have to be the face of the brand, but for me, I was just thinking that by the time like a lot of people know that Ndatse is the owner of this brand, sometimes people want to make an order, they will not want to go through your customer service rep, they want to call you directly, because you guys already have a personal relationship. But if you're able to step away from the brand, people can trust that, okay, my assistant will handle it, my social media manager will handle that. So you have to be okay with, even if at the moment you're not able to remove yourself from the brand, you need to work towards it. You definitely need to. Eventually people will know that you're the one that owns it, but you need to be able to separate yourself from your business at some point. I feel like any business that still needs you to be actively there, like from morning till night, sweating and everything, it has a timeline. For how long will you be actively physically present there? It has a timeline, so you definitely need to work to that level. So I feel like I've dropped everything that I've planned out for you guys. I really hope somebody's gonna learn something from this video. Let me know. I'll definitely love this to be interactive. I'm so sorry that this is a long video. I'm trying to do shorter videos, but I mean, you can't rush greatness, babies. You can't rush it, okay? So yeah, I really hope you guys are going to take away something from this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Definitely leave me comments and questions if you have topics you would want me to talk about. I also forgot, I'm going to put a link in my bio for you guys to give me your email addresses if you're interested in learning about like managing businesses, what to look out for when investing, what kind of investments to make, and all the things that I like go on in my brain. So drop your email. The link will be in the description box below. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.